So today's Georgia Best lesson is called Adherence to Policy. It's standard number 3, Employability, Model Work Readiness Traits for Success Required in the Workplace. The essential question for today's lesson is, what is the importance of following all rules and regulations in the workplace? We've had to adhere to this policy for as long as we can remember. Growing up, you followed your parents' rules. You got to elementary school or preschool and they had rules for you to follow. Throughout middle school and now in high school, we have PBIS, respect, honesty, service. Those are rules that we're following. Then once you get to the workforce, and then once you get out into the world, you'll have companies' rules that you have to follow. We have to follow laws. Georgia Best gives us a definition of adherence to policy, and theirs is the ability to follow company rules, regulations, procedures, and directions, especially those related to safety, to display good workplace habits, keep your assigned area clean, neat, and orderly, the ability to maintain equipment to ensure its longevity and efficiency, and determine causes of operating errors or equipment issues and decide what to do about it. Last, they say that someone who is adhering to policy takes proactive measures to address unsafe practices and unsafe behaviors. Now is time as good as ever to adhere to company policy or to adhere to rules. If you think about the reason we can't go to school, it's because we're supposed to be sheltering in place or maintaining social distancing, not being around other people. That's a rule where whether if you agree with it or not, someone that is in authority has told us to do that, and we should respect it. So think about other times when you might have to adhere to a policy. So a situation to be thinking about would be, say you were your teacher's assistant, and in science class you did very well and the teacher trusted you to do everything. So instead of going to another elective class, you went back to science class and were her assistant during that period, and she trusted you completely. You could be behind her desk, you could help set up lab experiments, and it was getting close to the end of the semester and everybody was worried about grades except for you, because yours of course was great because you love science. But as you're playing on your phone one day, your friend texts you and says that they need a huge favor. Your friend explains that she wants to be eligible to play softball next year, and if she doesn't make a better grade in science class than what she has now, she might miss that opportunity and maybe even miss out on a college scholarship. Your friend begs and pleads with you to change her grade in science, and you give it serious thought. Someone that's adhering to policy probably wouldn't change that grade. But what would you do? What are the consequences for your friend, maybe not getting into college? What are the consequences for you? What could happen to the teacher if their boss found out that this happened? So what you're going to do now is think about that. Then you're going to go to the blue sheet that's in Google Classroom and answer some questions. You're going to start at question number 2 and answer A through E in a few words or maybe even a sentence for each one. Complete the phrase, rules are blank. Then explain why you think we have rules, what roles place in keeping people safe, what would happen if we didn't have rules or if we didn't follow the rules, and last, what's one really important rule that you can think of that you follow every day. After that, you're going to move on to question number 3 and talk about a place that you feel like needs more rules. What is it? What rule would you put in place? Why do you think that's important? And then how would these new rules make that place different? And how would it benefit the people there? Finally, you're going to make some rules for yourself on question number 4. So go to the handout that's in Google Classroom, and it explains, use the table below to establish some rules for your personal life. These should be rules that you have no trouble following and adhering to. The overall goal of these rules is to help you be successful in your everyday life. The first one has been done for you. For example, the first one was always do your homework when you first get home from school. It would help you because it'll show your parents that you're being responsible and that you're taking control of your own learning. And then it would help you be successful because it prepares you for the next day of school. So there's the initial one. You're going to look at that chart, and then you're going to come up with 3 rules of your own and fill them in this chart. Guys, I'm glad that we made it to spring break and through these first 2 weeks of digital learning. I know it's been different, and I hope we'll be back soon. Have a good, safe spring break. I love you guys. I care about you guys, and I'll see you soon.